Hi, Swim Angelfish. While we're all cooped up at home, I wanted to continue with last week's stretching exercises. So for those of you that did some stretches with me last week, like Harry and my sweet little Stella, and hopefully Ruby and Luke and Emily, I want to show you some more that we can build on. So last time we did it all on our back and we focused on our legs. Today we're going to start out on our stomach. So everyone's going to get down on the floor in a nice cozy spot on their stomach. And we are going to bend our knees, and your mom or anybody that helps you at home can do what's called windshield wiper your legs. And by moving slowly side to side with your legs, you're just loosening up the hips. We're going to move from there to straightening one leg, making sure you guys are comfortable. You can keep your head to the side. And if you notice that your child's back is arched too much, this position could be very hard for them because it makes you stretch your hip flexors. And if you sit a lot all day, you have tight hip flexors. So have a small pillow handy. And Danny, if you can lift up your belly, I'm going to put this under the hips so now he can be a little bit more relaxed in his low back. You might need to try that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend one leg. I'm going to support under the thigh. I'm going to stabilize the hips, and I'm just going to lift. This is stretching the hip flexor in the front of the leg. And you want to hold comfortably for like 10 to 15 seconds and make sure you switch sides. After you do each side and stretch the hip flexors, I'm going to take the pillow out. We're going to activate the muscles of our back. So I'm going to put my hand on Danny's low back and I'm just going to push down. And when you do that, it moves the weight down the body so that it's not so hard to push up with your arms. So Danny, I'm going to ask you to push up on your elbows. And you can just tap the front of your child's shoulders to facilitate that. And I want you to stretch up in this nice cobra pose, relax your hips into the ground, and then you can hang something like I did easily. I did these green sunglasses in the red, and Danny, I'm going to have you reach for green, then reach for red. Reach for green, reach for red. And I start to get him to weight shift a little and exercise his back muscles. That was perfect. Now I'm going to help him to get on his hands and knees. So Danny, you're going to look at your belly button, and I'm going to pull back on your hips, and we're going to get on your hands and knees at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hands and knees. Help him straighten up his arms, and he has a nice flat back. From here, we can do some rocking and just practicing staying on our hands and knees. You can do reaching if your child is able to do that, and you can point at the green, and then point at the red. And you can just help them balance. Point at the green and point at the red. Or you can do a few cat and cow exercises if any of you do yoga. So you're going to lift your belly button up to the sky and then look up and let your belly button come down to the floor. One more time, up, and one more time, down. Take your time. Do these nice and slow. Make sure your child's counting with you, and that's how you know they're breathing. And then you can end with a nice child's pose where they sit back on their heels and they just stretch out their back. If that's too hard, again, remember your pillow, and you can put it in between their hips and their feet so they don't have to bend so much. And I'm going to show you how to help your child come up to sitting at the end. So Danny's going to lay flat on his belly again. And we are going to roll to the side. You help at the hip. You're going to pull the hip down to the floor as you push up to sitting, and have a great day.